Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about part 3 and 4 of Ahsoka. Let's get into it.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Till the End of the Line podcast. I am your boy Juan G here with
Kika T.
Yep, and as I said, we're going to be talking about Ahsoka part 3 and 4. They were both really good episodes. I enjoyed them a lot. I'm enjoying the series so far. What about you?
Yeah, me too. I'm not ready to give it a stone rating yet, but
yeah,
it's going to be strong. It's going to be a strong one. I think it's better than Boba.
Agree.
Rivaling. What's it called? Mando.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's better than Obi, but it's good. It's
Obi
good.
was a solid series. I hope
a lot of people didn't like it.
Everybody's not liking everything now. It's like you can't. I don't know what it is now, but just no one's liking anything. It's like, what do you guys need?
Critical. And,
yeah, man. But I'm enjoying it, and I really hope we get season 2 of Obi-Wan. They what's his name? Ewan McGregor. Is that his name?
Yeah, Ewan.
What's the fighter's name? Conor McGregor. Okay, that's what I thought I said. All right, never mind.
Ewan McGregor
and Hayden Christensen said that that if the fans want them to come back, they're down to come back. So
well, as we see in part 4, we do see Hayden Christensen come back.
Yes. Well, we knew that he was going to be in Ahsoka, right? So
we weren't sure if he was going to be Vader or Anakin. But now we know it's Anakin.
Yes,
well, for now,
is cool. Yeah.
That's what we think.
Spoiler alerts, guys, coming. And so let's talk about part 3. So let's dive right in.
Yeah. So part 3 is Time to Fly.
Yes.
And as we found out in episode 2, that they're building this like huge world engine thing. They think they call it the Eye of Sion.
Mm-hmm. It's like a transportation.
Yeah. So it's faster than light speed.
Yeah.
And they're getting multiple engines, and they're creating this huge thing to jump the way the Purgles do.
So in this one, Hera tangles with New Republic politics, while Ahsoka and Sabine Wren voyage to a distant planet.
Yeah. And
that one, we see Sabine training. I really like that scene.
Yeah, with Hu Yang
and Ahsoka. And I like when Ahsoka starts training her. I think that's a really dope part. I just really enjoyed it, how she tried to teach her to focus in on the Force rather than her eyes.
Yeah,
because you're not always gonna be able to see, or you know what I mean. Just it's best to know your surroundings. I do have a question for you. Why the fuck does Hu Yang blink? He's an android.
Just to make him feel
he doesn't need to
not
blink.
like an android.
I guess. It just looks weird.
It's just human aspects that are given to droids to make them like. Even when he was like fixing the machine outside, and he looks back. He his eyes squint as if it's gonna help him.
Like it's focusing, and maybe they act more like eyes than we think, and they're not just aesthetic.
No,
you think so? You think it's just aesthetic?
I think it's just aesthetic. It's just to make the humans feel more relatable to it. It's
well, I think that's kind of why they give him a personality too, right? Like he's kind of funny, and okay, fair enough. I just thought that was weird. I was like, why the fuck is he blinking? We also see what is her name? Hera, right?
Hera,
yeah. We see Hera going to speak to the council, and then we see the senator from what's that? That one show with the guy from Rogue One. What's the show called? Andor.
Oh,
the senator from Andor. We see her there. She's back, and then I think what's his name? Ziono.
The girl in the middle.
Yeah, the girl in the middle is a senator
from.
Yeah, but she was a senator from Andor. Chancellor. Yeah,
she's a chancellor.
But she's from Andor. But then we see Ziono he's talking. I think he's working for Thrawn.
Maybe not Thrawn, but just
he's on that side. Yeah, he's on that side. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's coming.
Yeah, he kind of seems sus.
Yeah,
he's kind of a little dick.
He really is.
Yeah, he looks like he comes from money, and he wants more money and power, and he sees some of the things that they can get through Thrawn. And if Thrawn, the threat is real, as we know, he's gonna come back. So clearly they find him. we haven't really seen Ezra, so we don't know if he's alive or not.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that? You think he's alive? I think he is.
For a better story, I hope not.
Okay.
For like, just everyone would be happy for it. Yeah. I think he'd be a dope as Jedi to come back.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sabine, if he's alive, I don't think Sabine will follow the Jedi path. She'll give him his lightsaber back, and then she'll just be a Mandalorian.
Really? You don't think that'll like kind of persuade her to keep training as a Jedi?
I don't think so.
Really?
I think the significance of her using his lightsaber in particular. If he's alive, she's gonna give it back to him.
Well, yeah, that's obvious.
And then that's it. And
you don't think she'd just make her own?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think she's struggling, and then I guess we could jump around, but like as you see in episode or the
part 4,
she Ahsoka asked her, can I trust you? And clearly you can't. And she makes the choice personal to herself.
Yeah.
So the threat of Thrawn coming back was bigger than trying to find Ezra.
Yeah.
And she put her own personal feelings first over.
Yeah, that kind of let me down.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, come on.
And I think she had a chance to destroy it with the blaster, and she did it. And then it's just we'll see what happens. I'm really sure what's gonna happen with Sabine.
Yeah.
Even though he said, I promise that, Baylan said, I promise no harm would come to you, she's still cuffed. She's still a prisoner. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I did like, and to go back to part 3, that scene where Ahsoka's talking to Sabine, and she's teaching her like start small with the Force.
Yeah.
And she's trying to move the cup. I think it would have been a cool ass shot. So once the cup zooms in, or we zoom into the cup, if it would have showed the liquid like swishing around. So like she started to, I thought that would have been a really cool. I'm like, show the liquid swish. I thought that would have been a cool shot.
I think it's too soon.
Yeah, fair enough. I just thought that would have been cool.
And I think that's part of why she doesn't have Force abilities yet, because she's too conflicted with her emotions. You need to be able to separate them. Yeah, you can have them, but you need to be able to separate them from what you need to get done.
Yeah, exactly. You need to be focused. Yeah,
right,
for sure.
I think that the only person that's shown that emotion is important to be able to use the Force are like dark side users and Anakin. You know what I mean? Anakin was very emotional.
He uses that anger.
Right.
That's why he's so powerful. Yeah.
Exactly. But even as a Jedi, they all said that you can't use that anger. It's the path to the dark side. And ultimately, that's what happened.
I did like seeing, or I love that scene where Ahsoka's fighting off Haiti and Merrick. In the astronaut or the spacesuit. Oh yeah, that scene was dope, dude. Ahsoka was kicking ass against freaking spaceships.
Because they're dead in the space, and they really didn't have a choice. Yeah. And she took down one of the fighters, right? Yeah, she took one. Well, yeah, because they had another person piloting too.
I think they had 2 more. It was Haiti and Merrick, and then 2 other ships. I think.
Oh, they had like wingmen.
Okay, cool. And then she took down one. I don't know if she took down 2. I can't remember. But I know she took down one for sure.
Yeah, with the saber. Which
Hell yeah, that was dope.
And she was deflecting the blaster with her saber. It's pretty strong.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think episode 3 was definitely a filler episode, but it was entertaining. Cool fight scenes.
And we got to see the Purgles up close. Yeah, that was dope.
That was like cool. I'll touch more on them for when we talk about episode 4 or part 4. I keep saying episodes. But like, we've seen them. They kind of almost as if they were aiding Ahsoka and Ren
a little bit. Yeah.
What is her name? Ren? Yeah, right.
Sabine Ren.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Sabine. Like they were able to kind of manipulate through them, and they were kind of in the way purposely. It seemed like. So I think they can, since they're force sensitive animals. I think they were
kind of guiding them, right?
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, okay. You got any more questions for 3 before we go to 4? 4 is a more detailed. I got a lot of details on that one. That one's fun.
Well, so they get stranded, like you said. They get stranded on the planet, and I forget. Is part 3 where she fights? No, it's part 4, right? Where she fights Merrick. Yeah. All right, so let's get right into part 4 because I put that on the wrong episode. But so yeah, I think I really like part 4. Yeah, that was a really good episode.
The best one so far.
Yeah, I agree. We got to see Ahsoka and Sabine fight together. Yeah. Dude, they fight. They are great partners together. Yeah, they work so well together.
Well, I have some some thoughts.
Okay.
So I don't think so. Ahsoka isn't necessarily fighting like a Jedi. So the whole force use and throw somebody, it's more of a Sith or more of a dark side user. Like her style of fighting, the way she used her lightsabers, the way she picked up a body and threw it in the weight of the blaster. So then Sabine,
she like held it.
Yeah, moved him in the way.
That was sick.
And then when he fell, then Sabine was able to throw her like grappling hook and grab them and pull them, and then she sliced them. That style of fighting is very aggressive. And as we know, like Balin and Shin aren't necessarily. Well, Balin was a Jedi, used to be a Jedi.
Right.
Shin is his apprentice, wears the braid and everything.
Yeah.
So he's taking the structure of the Jedi, but he's embracing both dark side and
yeah, he's not a Sith, but he's not a Jedi. He's like in that gray area. Yeah.
Correct.
Well, he uses a red lightsaber. That usually
orange.
Means. Oh yeah, orange.
It's orange.
You're
Orange.
Right, orange.
And Dave Filoni said on purpose it is orange.
Yes.
Because they are not Jedi nor Sith.
Correct. Yeah.
So he does the Force chokehold and he fights through very similar. That hallway scene is very similar to Darth Vader's hallway scene and Anakin, or not Anakin, and what's his name? Freaking Luke's hallway scene when he came to get Grogu.
Oh right.
Yeah. So he Force crushed the android. And, so like. We're starting to see this new form of Jedi, or just Force yielders that are very embracive of both sides. And I think this is the first time we're starting to see Ahsoka do that because she was doing it to kill, but I think it was out of her love for Sabine, and she couldn't. The whole episode, like when Shin came back and she thought Sabine had died, she's like,
oh yeah,
she's like Sabine, like she
got angry at what's his name, Balin?
Yeah, and then Force choked Shin and then threw her against the rock.
Dude, that was nasty.
Like this girl just keeps throwing the Force around like nothing.
Yeah, she like and I was like, damn, is Shin dead? Because her head hit that
hard, bro.
Or that, and that was nasty.
Yeah, like and
at
so
least a concussion.
To see the anger in her was a first for me because even in the in any of the Rebels or Clone Wars, you don't see her embrace her anger like that.
Well, yeah, I think it's because she had to follow the rules of the Jedi, and
she wasn't a Jedi. Most of it, like after she left the Jedi Order, when she got her white lightsabers, we saw in Tales of the Jedi, she got that from the Inquisitor blades, and that's how she made her own. Right. So from that part on, most of Rebels and most of like in the middle of Clone Wars, she just was not a Jedi.
Right. Well, so I was talking about before that, but yeah. So did we see her fighting a lot in Clone Wars? In the end of Clone Wars?
Yeah, during Order 66, she wasn't a Jedi.
Right. I know that. Yeah.
So she was on her own thing. She's just the yielder of the Force.
So I think from then on, she started just fighting her own way and like not needing to use the Force or the rules of the Jedi, and I think she finds that most effective, or she just likes to fight that way.
And then like she seemed overpowered, or like on the defense against Balin, which was weird, and I don't understand why she didn't use her second saber. She took him head on like that.
I think it was more of a I don't know, I guess like make it more fair, or like a fair fight, so just use one. Which was a mistake.
I think it was a mistake.
Yeah,
she should have went all out.
She kind of let her ego get in the way, I feel like.
I think so,
She's like, I could take you with just one. And
again, with her emotions more closer to the dark side.
Yeah.
I thought that was odd that we got to see that her and fight like that. Because normally she's calm, collective. She's very smart. I mean, we even seen how she dodged the Inquisitor blade from Merrick on the second episode.
Yeah.
Or second part. And like, she just like moved.
That was
like
dope, yeah.
She was really in tune to her fighting. She was calm and collective.
Yeah, now she's more of a tactical fighter. Yeah,
right. And now we're seeing an aggressive form that I think, which is why it led to her falling into the world between worlds, which is what we see at the end.
Yes,
and there's a reason why we're seeing Anakin and not what's her name, and not Darth Vader.
Not Darth, yeah.
And when it ended, we hear his the Empire theme song, which is his theme song.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a good version. I think this is her embracing the dark side a little too much, and she fell between these worlds, and I don't think it's a good thing that Anakin's there. I think it's a bad thing.
Why is that?
I think it's either Palpatine. So in Rebels, Palpatine is able to use those portals. He can't go into the world between worlds, but anyone Force sensitive can manipulate or go through it. And for some reason, Darth Sidious couldn't, but he did use the world between worlds and tried to ignite inside there and force like lightning or fire Ezra.
Okay.
So he tried to kill him in between the world.
Yeah.
So we know that people from outside can reach inside. And
okay.
I feel like it could be Palpatine or Snoke or whatever trying to manipulate people that are in there and trying to force Ahsoka to the dark side.
Ooh, by manipulating her with Anakin?
With Anakin.
Okay, I saw it as because she's been talking a lot about like her time with Anakin, that she walked away from him, and like even with her relationship with Sabine, and like that she walked away from Sabine. So I kind of thought that she was seeing Anakin as kind of a way to like reconcile that.
Okay.
So like that's where I saw that coming.
I mean, the alternative could be that is the Force Ghost that we see at the end of
Return?
Yeah, the Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Episode 6, mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. And then we see Anakin with Yoda and all of them.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So I guess in theory, yeah, it could be his Force Ghost being able to, since Force sensitive people can go into the world between worlds. Yeah. It could be a positive thing, and her having closure with her master.
That's what I think is the point behind it, and that's what I'm hoping anyway. That's just what makes the most sense to me right now. We'll see in the next part, but yeah, I think that's what that's leading to.
Think so?
Because you even see it, like her relationship with Sabine is kind of tainted because she doesn't have that closure with Anakin. You know what I mean? Like she can't. That's why she didn't want to take Sabine on at first, and because she walked away from her too. So I don't know. I feel like once we see what happens with Anakin, it'll make her relationship with Sabine stronger.
Okay, so she'll learn from the mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like that twist. I still think it's gonna be a bad event.
All right, we'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
Called, the name of this one is called Fallen Jedi.
Yeah.
So Anakin is the Fallen Jedi.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I guess so as all of them technically have been a Fallen Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone that's using the Force in this. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Or we do get to see Jason Syndulla, which is like
Hera's son.
Hera and
Kanan
Jarrus, who in Rebels, he very powerful Jedi. I think he's done a great. He had a lot of good feats. He's fought off and fended off Darth Maul.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he ever took Sidious dead on.
Which you'll be happy to know, I started Rebels.
Yes,
and I saw the first 2 episodes, and I'm liking this one way more than Clone Wars. Yes. And I'm gonna watch the rest of it.
Rebels is really good.
I started watching it because I wanted to get more backstory on Ahsoka.
Yeah.
And the first episode, I'm like, oh, that's where Sabine's living in Ezra's old place. Yep. I'm like, okay. I'm like, that makes sense now. I'm like, all right. So, and in part 4, Hera risks her career to help her friends while Ahsoka and Sabine confront enemies. And so we see Hera is she's going to go help them.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, yeah, but they didn't give you permission. She's like, I'm a general. I don't need permission. I'm going to just go. And I did like the Huyang fight scene. Was pretty cool.
He used all 4 of his limbs too.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I was waiting for it. But that was dope. While he's fighting him off, he cuts the power to
get their attention.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty dope. I mean, I really like that scene.
I think the episode itself was a fantastic episode. It was directed by Peter Ramsey. And then it was obviously all of this is written by Dave Filoni.
Right,
but
he's doing a great job, by the way.
Yeah.
I was talking to you about this earlier, but I was watching the gallery episodes of Star Wars, like the behind the scenes stuff. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize how much Mark Hamill still has been doing.
Oh yeah, you were telling me that.
Yeah, in the Star Wars universe. Like he was the voice of the robot or the android in the Mandalorian episode when they went to the bar. He was the voice of that, and then he was the voice of that character. I want to say it's in Rise of Skywalker, where Finn meets up with another ship to get like a chip or like some data or something. I forget what it was.
Oh yeah.
The guy who he's like, how can we repay you? He's like, win the war. Yeah, that's actually Mark Hamill's voice. Didn't know that. I was like, what the hell? But yeah, so that's cool.
I didn't know any of that either until you told me. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And then later on in the scene, we get to see some girl-on-girl action, which is pretty awesome. Watching Sabine and Haiti fight.
Oh, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't remember that part of the episode.
He's gonna go watch it right now.
Like, wait a minute. What?
Yeah, no.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah, me
that's
too.
Why
I'm like, you watching the wrong fucking episode.
I may have watched something else.
You weren't on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
you were
I was
on
not.
Pornhub Plus.
Yeah, but no, I was. I really liked that fight. That was because you see her a little bit more because she's been training.
Yeah,
so you see her fighting improve a little bit.
Well, I think
she used the Force, didn't she?
No,
to stop Shin. That wasn't her.
I don't think so. I think Shin just braced herself because she anticipated her too. And that's why she said you're not powerful enough. But I think that was a fake attempt so that she can distract her to use her gauntlet.
Yeah. Or no, the blaster is what she used.
Well, yeah, but they're called gauntlets.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay.
But yeah, her blaster on who you'll see in Rebels. It's something at the closer to the end of Rebels. It's a new gauntlet she gets. For both of them, and she gets them in that and Rebels.
Because she's used that slingshot, right? That Ezra used?
Yeah.
She's used it, right? I thought I saw that being used in Ahsoka. Didn't Sabine use that slingshot thing?
I don't remember.
I could have sworn when I saw it in Rebels, I'm like, oh, that's where she got that from.
Yeah.
Ezra. Okay. So, all right, fair enough.
But yeah, so she takes Haiti on, or Shin on, but with her blasters and her guns as a Mandalorian.
Yeah, she was fighting Mandalorian. Yep.
So she has Shin on the run, and there's a couple spots where she's close to hitting Shin. She's not far from hitting Shin.
Yeah.
Where she steps to jump off the tree, as soon as her foot leaves, the blast hits. She's seconds away from getting her. And it wasn't until they got close quarters that then she switches to the lightsaber because she's like, all right, well, I can't hit her with my blasters. It's close. Which was interesting to see. She's just not. I don't think she's as combat savvy as Bo-Katan and as Mando. I think she's conflicted. I think if she went full Mandalorian, I think she'd be a better sparring and fighting, But better I think combat, I think she's just so conflicted between the Jedi way and the Mandalorian way. Because
she's stuck in between the two. Yeah,
and I think until she decides what she wants to be, she's gonna constantly have this conflict, which leads to my next point, where she doesn't destroy the map.
Right. So, yeah, that was hard. I was so disappointed. Yeah. I was like, come on, Sabine.
Ahsoka just told you.
Yeah, can I trust you? Yeah. Apparently not, and you lied to her.
And so we see Baylan once Ahsoka realizes that Sabine could have died, or could have been defeated, and she force chokes freaking Shin and throws her against a rock.
Dude, that part was
so cold, so cold, just cold hearted. Like I said, borderline dark force user. She no longer becomes offensive and becomes evasive and just trying to get to the map. Yeah. Because she's outnumbered by 2. I think one of the reasons why she took out Shin was because I can't take them both on. Yeah. She has a way better chance of just taking on.
Which was the smarter choice, was to do that to Shin. Yeah. Because, her, again, like you said, they're too powerful for her to take on both by herself.
Yeah. Well, I think she could have pulled it off, but then she needs to pull her second lightsaber out.
Yeah,
she
for
hasn't at this point, and still hasn't, which is weird. She used both of them when she took on the droids, but not some, Jedi Masters, or so-called Jedi Masters. It just didn't make sense to me.
I think she, I think I said before, she let her ego get in the way of that one. She tried to make it a fair fight. I'm like, that was a big mistake. You should have just took him out. Honestly.
Agreed.
Maybe it was just that he's too strong.
No.
Hold her hands for the one lightsaber.
Oh, you mean strength-wise? I don't know.
Well, because he did overpower her. So, at one point, they're fighting, and then they cross blades, and then he just brute force, just pushes down. And then he does this sweep thing. Yeah. So, I agree. Yeah, he's really freaking strong.
So, maybe that is why she used just one saber, so that she could put more energy and more strength into the one saber rather than 2.
Yeah. Because there's a point where, their sabers match, too, and she puts her foot back on the pillar to get leverage so that she can.
Oh yeah, where she's almost horizontal. Yeah, that was cool.
And she's in the T shape, her body, and one leg's on the ground, one's on the wall.
Yeah,
so, so he is pretty damn strong, and he knows that Anakin is
was her. Yeah, he knows that, and then he knows that Anakin was her master
because he used to be a Jedi. So with that, that being said, like he is not some chump. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's like Sidious level or Vader level, but he's
right. He's definitely powerful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And when she fought Vader in Rebels, she didn't hold back, and she went out with both lightsabers. Yeah. You know what I mean? Which leads into where it ends. Yeah. We see him like sweep her and hit the lightsaber up, so that she falls back.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. And she falls, and we think into the water, but it turns out not to be. So it's the world between worlds.
Yeah.
We see that in Rebels.
See, I knew I should have watched Rebels before this, because when that happened, I was like, where the hell did she go?
There's a lot.
I'm like, I know she didn't drown. I know she's not dead.
Yeah. Well, our buddies at New Rockstar they did a recap of each season. Of Rebels.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a good way to go through and
I don't. I want to
watch them. Yeah, but Eric Voss, or watch them before you watch them, the actual episodes, because then you know what to look for.
I want to do it backwards.
It'll spoil.
That's why I'd rather see it and then try to see it on my own and then watch. That's what I usually like to do. Is I like to watch them to see stuff I missed.
My mind is built to fucking look for these things.
Okay.
And a lot of the things kind of just go right over your head sometimes. You're just like, oh, I didn't see that. I'm telling you,
that's because
Eric Voss would do a good job of leading you towards.
Yeah, well, that's because the first time I'm just watching it just to enjoy it. You can't do that. No, your mind is like focused on stuff from the beginning. In my defense,
I've watched Rebels and Clone Wars each probably about 2 to 3 times.
Okay.
But that was before doing this. And that was like when they were released, And
on Disney,
No, not on Disney.
It was Disney XD.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Disney XD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why the animation is what it is.
Yeah, and and Clone Wars I watched.
That was on Spike, wasn't it?
Well, I watched it on Cartoon Network.
Oh, but I think it started off on Spike.
Possibly.
Because I think I remember that.
Yeah.
So, all right. But, so... What else was that we had to talk about? Also, we see them actually go into hyperspace.
Yeah.
And that shit was so powerful. It blew Hera and all their shit.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen that. We've seen that in the sequel trilogy, where someone hyper jumps and it rips through one of the Star Destroyers.
Oh, right. That was in the second one.
I think you're right.
Yeah. That was in The Last Jedi.
But I think the way this ship was built.
But no, that one ripped through it because she aimed it to go right through that, like in that direction. This one, it's like they said, it's more powerful because it can go faster than the speed of light.
Yeah.
Or hyperspeed. Is that
they call light speed engines, right?
Yeah.
No. That's it's Captain Marvel. Never mind.
Yeah. No, this one. No, what they said that it could go twice as fast as like light speed or whatever the hyperspeed.
Yeah. Whatever for them to jump. Yeah.
Yeah. So this one is even more powerful. So what the heck? Shut up, Bixie. So it's more powerful, and that's why it blew them back, and even. Well, one of the ships hit another ship. Mm-hmm. That's why it blew up. But that was you could see the force and like the power of that thing.
Yeah,
that it blew them all back.
I was surprised it just didn't annihilate them.
Yeah,
for them being such smaller ships.
Yeah,
I was really surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Damn, Hera's gonna die."
Seriously,
that's really what I thought. I was like, "Oh no!"
Now, if they were facing
not
them,
Ramona,
they would have been dust. Absolutely, they would have just. He said, "Not Ramona."
Not Ramona. Yeah,
that's a. Scott Pilgrim reference, if you guys don't know. I wish we had this podcast during when that came out. I would have loved to talk about that.
They're doing the Scott Pilgrim Netflix series.
And it's anime, right?
I believe so, yeah. So I would not mind covering that.
Me either.
All my anime friends out there.
Yes. Well, yeah, I don't mind doing that. I love the Scott
We got to have Victor. Victor loves Scott Pilgrim.
Nice.
Yeah, so we'll put
Isn't that where we got where you guys got the it's milk and eggs, bitch?
Yeah. Yeah, well, because he's a vegan. Yeah. Milk and eggs, bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be down to cover that. That'd be awesome.
Chicken is a vegan?
Was it this part where they finally get to show those whale octopus kind of thing?
Yeah, the star whales, the Purgles.
Purgles, yeah.
Yes, Purgles. Yeah.
We see them in episode 3,
mm-hmm.
and then part 3.
It's the same shit.
We first saw it in
Correct. Well, he's in light speed.
But we didn't see them up close. We just saw like their silhouettes.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool.
And Grogu sees them, and he seems to have had that connection because they are force sensitive, you know? I think Mando knocked out. Right? He was asleep. Yeah, it was nice. It's crazy to see these things. I mean, we're not going to be done with them. I think the only way they're going to actually catch up to this new, what is it called? The Eye of Sion is using.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely.
They have to use the Purgles because they don't have anything strong.
Yeah, I think Ahsoka and Hera are going to use those whales. Yeah. I don't know how did Ezra use them?
With the Force?
No, but I mean, do you like ride them or like how do you use them?
So like wrapped around Thrawn's ship. And they were inside of it, and he's like holding Thrawn in place, and then their tentacles are wrapped in between the thing, and then through their force connection, they jumped.
Oh shit! Dope.
And
Okay.
it was like a pack of them.
This is in Rebels.
Oh,
I can't wait. I'm gonna binge the shit out of that.
Yeah, all right, it's crazy.
All right, yeah. So that's my prediction. I think they're gonna have to. There's no other way to get to them.
So, but who? So I don't think there's a balance. I don't think she has balance enough to pull it off. Ahsoka. Okay. Definitely not Sabine.
Well, Sabine's with them, remember?
Oh, crap. That's right.
So
who else? Who else is force sensitive that helped them push through that? I think there's a reason we saw Jace. And he's like,
Jason, her son?
Jason. Oh, Jason. Yeah. Yeah.
So you think Ahsoka and Jason, you said that the whales can wrap around, the Purgles can wrap around people and take them, no? So you don't think that the Purgles will wrap around like Hera's ship and then take them?
I don't know.
I think so.
I think some weird. I think this
I'm calling it right now.
I think episode 5 is a chance for them to put in someone from another series, whether it's a Grogu or a Luke.
You think Obi-Wan's gonna come back? Come into Ahsoka?
Is Obi-Wan alive still?
Yeah.
No, he's dead.
Oh no, he did die. He died in Return of the Jedi. Fuck, never mind. Oh.
Yeah, we're in prequel territory.
That's right. No, not prequel.
I'm sorry, sequel territory.
Yeah,
sequel territory.
Yeah, we're in between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens. That's the time frame. Shit, I don't know.
There has to be some other force sensitive person, or if Anakin is good, he will help her balance and show him how.
I think he is, dude. I don't think it's Palpatine manipulating.
No,
I don't see it.
I think it'd be a good storyline.
It'll be a nice twist. Absolutely, it'd be a really good like plot twist, but I just don't see it. But I've been wrong before, so we'll see.
So we're at the halfway point. So
wait, I was gonna ask you that. How many
8
part? There's 8 parts.
Yeah,
I thought there were 6. Okay, sweet.
Some people are able to see freaking part 5 in theaters.
Yeah, part 5 is gonna be.
I'm so upset about that.
I sent that to you, didn't I?
I saw the link. I couldn't. I tried, looked, but I don't even know where this show.
No, they haven't. Well, what I saw.
No, it's full.
Oh, they've already had tickets?
All the tickets are gone already. I went on, tried to get some, gone. All of them are gone. I'd call off at work. Yeah. Any of my employees watching this, don't tell our bosses. Yeah. I'm sick.
Yeah. That's funny. Okay, so I mean, I'm excited for the rest of the second half.
Yeah,
it's I guarantee it's going to be.
I guess
better.
Also another big thing, Merrick isn't what all of our.
Oh yeah, nerds. I wanted to talk about that. Yeah, you brought it up.
It's not a fallen Jedi. So all the Inquisitors.
Who do you think that is? Because you told me off air, but what did?
Oh well, a lot of people were saying that it could have been you
said witch magic, right?
Yeah, so it's Yeah. So that's what it reveals too. So you hear that when it gets cut, you hear like multiple screams, and you see like this green mist, which is the Witches of Dathomir and Lady Morgan's power when she like pulls up the thing.
Oh right, you saw green. Yeah.
So all the Witches of Dathomir, which is where Savage and Darth Maul are from.
Okay.
Their mother is the leader of the
witches.
The witches.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So Dathomir is where they're born from, and it's. Most of the men are either just like servants or slaves to the witches, or if they are force sensitive, also all of them kind of became bad people.
Fair enough. So, okay. You've seen Hellboy 2, right? Mm-hmm. When that happened, I was getting Hellboy. I was getting Hellboy 2 vibes of the Mist guy. I forget his name. He's like, I think, a German name, but he was voiced by Seth MacFarlane. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But I was like, oh shit, that's just like Hellboy. I got Hellboy 2 vibes big time with that.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I forgot about that. I haven't seen Hellboy for so long, man. They're supposed to reboot it, aren't they?
I think, but Ron Perlman says that he'll come back to do Hellboy 3 to close out that trilogy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he said he's down to come back.
That's cool.
He's getting older, so he's gonna be. We're gonna see a lot of stunt double work.
For real. But yeah, so a lot of people were saying that it was Jace's father. What the hell's his name? Kanan. Yeah, Kanan Jarruk, who is a badass Jedi that we talked about.
Yeah, I saw him in the first 2 episodes. He's pretty good. He trains Ezra, takes Ezra as his Padawan. He teaches Sabine how to yield a lightsaber. At one point, it was the dark saber, and it was heavy for her, just how it was for Mando. Yeah.
He teaches, bro. He just does so much. I think he's a live action version of him has been missed. I don't think it's gonna happen because he's dead already at this point. But yeah, I mean, he's taken on Inquisitors, and the only reason he isn't alive right now is because he sacrificed himself. And he might show up as a Force Ghost. I hope he shows up as a Force Ghost.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really nice.
I think we could see that with his son Jason.
Yeah,
be like
him appearing to his son. Yeah.
I did like, we talked about it a little bit, but that part with when Ahsoka struck Mason, how she went through the blade that was spinning fast as shit.
Yeah,
that shit was so sick.
And see, that's the tactical part that I like about Ahsoka. I've always liked her. Like, so her switching to that the fight style that her master uses, where he starts with the blade up. I think because they're very attack oriented, like very aggressive.
Anakin's style, right? Yeah.
Well, it's not his style, but a form of Jedi .
Well, that's the style he used, wasn't it?
He's a master of all of them.
Fair enough.
But that's one of the versions that he uses. But there's 2 of them. I forget their names. We'll look them up later. But Mace Windu uses the one that most of the dark side users uses, and then that one is the one. It's still a light side, like Jedi part, but it's borderline dark side. It's because it's a very aggressive form of lightsaber.
Okay.
And I think she switches to it to play with this guy's emotions to like make him want to be on the all right, this girl's going this guy Merrick sees her start to be aggressive, and he, as a dark side user, they all like, all right, cool, I'm in her head now she's,
and that's why he started spinning the blade real fast.
I don't know, I mean, maybe, like I think he thought he had the upper hand, and that's why she switched to an attack position, because she's at a level of desperation. That's how I seen he taking it, and then just swift cut through, like through the spinning blade, man. Sliced him in half.
When I saw that, I was like, yes!
I was like, oh, that happened so quick.
Hell yeah.
I thought there was going to be some
No, and then dude. I prefer
just
how
straight,
they shot
like,
it.
Yeah. Like,
just straight through.
Yeah, it was like it gave me like old school samurai, just like where they stand off and then go right through quick.
Yeah.
And that was really cool. That scene was pretty cool for me.
That was probably my favorite part of the whole episode.
Yeah.
That part right there.
I don't know. I
for you, not for you. For me, that was my favorite part. I think the
Sabine and Ahsoka fighting off the droids, that scene was pretty freaking dope.
That was awesome.
Force choke and throw the person and then get shot and then get impaled.
That was the Sabine and Ahsoka part, like dueling or not dueling, but partner up. That was probably my second favorite. But that shit just looks sick as hell to me. So that's why it was my favorite. But anyway, so let's get to our question of the day.
Yeah,
I may have asked this before, but we'll ask it again. If you had a lightsaber, what color would you choose? All right, end of story. Next question will be, so you go, and Sam Jackson asked George Lucas for that, right? That was pretty cool. He goes, we can make it purple, huh? Mine would be white. Yeah, I like Ahsoka's color. It should just look sick. Of course you do.
Of course you do.
Sith. No, all right, so next question.
Do you know how to make it red? No, you have to bleed a kyber crystal with your rage.
That'd be easy for her.
So you have to push. You have to push your all the force power you have through that crystal, whatever its origin color is. It's like, whether it's
like a dark saber style. Oh, okay. Because there's no black.
You know what? Yeah, I never even thought about that. How the hell did they get that saber to come out black like that?
I have no idea. I want to look into that. But all right, so since you answered that so quickly, it's part 2. would be: would you choose one saber or two? Hey, think about that one.
You know, so both and I really like Darth Maul's saber. I
the one
really
where you
like
can connect them.
Well, his doesn't separate initially. In Rebels, it does because he puts two different sabers together.
Correct.
Part of it Inquisitors and part of another one. I think it's part of his old one, and he creates them to connect.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the ability to disconnect and reconnect them for 1 and 2, I think is something I would want.
Okay.
But I like in Phantom Menace like how long the hilt is.
Yeah.
And it's one. It's not meant for
Correct.
it to separate, but it gets cut in half.
So you would choose that style of saber?
That I like the length,
but
I would want it to also disconnect.
Okay, fair enough. All right, yeah, I would choose two. I think I'd be more effective with two sabers.
Like Ahsoka style, like a shorter one and a longer one too.
Yeah, I like that. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess so.
That's very like samurai type. So
exactly.
They'll have two, a smaller one and a larger one.
And then you could also use the longer one for more defense and the small one for
closer combat.
Close combat. Yeah, so I would choose two as well. Producer, what would you pick? Two or one?
I like
with the sword one. I forgot. I was on Ultra Sabers. I was just looking at because you can customize them.
They're so cool.
I was already adding to cart so bad I couldn't buy it yet though. So I forgot the name of it. Actually, I could look it up right now. We got time, right? A little bit.
For what?
That I can look it up and tell you the name.
Oh, the saber?
Yeah, it's the like classic sword looking kind where the little sabers are coming out on the side to protect. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. It's called something. I just forgot what it's called. But anyway, all right. So that was a question. You got Joker today, or we're gonna skip it for today?
What did the dentist say to Luke Skywalker?
Oh shit! What?
May the floss be with you.
Oh my god! Just bad. Well, that's the kind of jokes we do here.
What Star Wars character sells hot dogs?
I don't know who.
Admiral Snack Bar.
Oh shit! That was in Big Bang Theory. They used not that specific joke, but he made like for May 4th they were doing like a Star Wars
theme party.
Not theme party, but just a watch session.
Oh, okay.
Where they're gonna watch them all, and Raj just had a bunch of snacks, and they were all called like certain Star Wars themes.
Oh, nice.
So he's like, Admiral Akbar snack bar is open. Yeah. So all right, so I was joking today. Actually, guys, if you haven't, please go check out Raw Comics. They have a bunch of Star Wars comics, a lot of Star Wars Funkos. They even have a few like those action figures that you can build.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So check them
like
out.
Legos or like what are they? Mega
Not Legos. Those like the like action figure ones. The ones where you could like interchange the hands.
Right.
Yeah, they have
the collectible ones. They
have a bunch of those. So check this out. I'll put the link to their website in the description.
I had so many Gundam wings when I was younger.
Did you really?
Yeah. You ever watch it?
No.
It was on Toonami, so it was like default. It would come in between Voltron. It would be Voltron. What's the freaking Thundercats? Then it would be Gundam Wing, and then
Thundercats
it would be Dragon Ball Z. So I used to watch because I liked Voltron and Thundercats. And I was like, I'll watch Gundam Wing. So I got into it afterwards. And then, they had the model kits where you had to build them and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
Those are fun. And then I got a couple. That's kind of where I got good with the paintbrush. Was they were like blank canvases ones.
Oh, okay.
So like they were all white, and then you had to paint them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. It came with all the paint and everything, and it's settled, and you had to like paint parts first and then build them, put it together.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like specific toys like that, right? Where like some are fire trucks and some are like police
they're
cars.
Fun, dude.
Yeah.
Hobby Lobby back in the day, like and just fucking look.
They're like serious collectors. They go for serious money if you build them right.
When we were at my parents' house the other day, and they were in the basement, but I don't care for them no more.
Fair enough. Yeah. Plus, I know you'd have the room for it.
Yeah.
But all right, you got anything else? I think that's it for me. I don't think I have anything else.
What are we covering next week?
Next week, I don't know if we have anything. Might just do part 5 of Ahsoka.
We'll see.
And let us know, guys, what you all want us to talk about. If there's a topic you guys want, we'll cover it.
Yep. I can't wait for that. That movie looks good.
It's out already, I think.
Yeah. Came out last Thursday.
Last Thursday? All right. Yeah, that
Tonight,
looks really good.
I'm going to go see The Nun with the Sophias. Yeah, it looks good.
That's going to be scary.
Yeah.
Isn't it The Nun 2?
There's always like another.
There's the second one, yeah.
Yeah, like the first, like there's always the second one. I have to watch the first one before I go watch the second one.
It's on HBO, no?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I thought the first one was pretty good.
I saw the trailer. The trailer fucking made me jump.
Yeah.
So it looks good. That part where she comes through like the wall vent.
Yeah.
That arm, that shit was wild.
Yeah. Well, I was telling you when I went to go see Blue Beetle by myself, I was scared as shit in the theater alone. Put my light on.
Didn't you go to the
I went to go.
You're like, I need light right now.
Yeah, this is scary, guys.
When
you're a kid and you have to turn the light off and you just fucking run through the house.
Oh yeah, flick it, run, and yeah.
There's nothing there, guys.
Yeah,
there's fucking nothing there, but it feels like there is so bad. It's
seriously,
so scary.
It really does. All right, but I think that's gonna do it for us today.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching, and keep you guys always, I'm with you
To the end of the line.
Thanks, guys.